The NBA regular season wrapped up earlier today, which isn't always the most exciting time. I mean, we had a whole 15 games, 16 games maybe in there. No, 15, something like that. I don't know, 15, 16 games in there. What, I'm bad at math. 7 or 8 games in their early window that were completely pointless. Not a single one of these games meant anything for playoff seeding. And then second window, the later window, the 3:30 Eastern time. There were a couple that mattered. Pelicans, Timberwolves being one of them, as well as Clippers, Suns, Warriors, Warriors, Trailblazers, Jazz, Lakers. Just um, trying to get seeding down, see who's going to be in the play-in, see who's not. I was watching Pelicans, Timberwolves, and I guess Rudy Gobert and Kyle Anderson got in a little altercation. You can see here on the bench. I'm not going to play the video because the NBA will copyright strike the hell out of me. But Rudy Gobert lunges across and just punches Kyle Anderson in the face right here, which is kind of crazy. But so he ended up getting sent home, and the Timberwolves ended up winning this game 113-108. Um, and Rudy Gobert did not come back in the game after this. He got sent home. Um, Press conferences haven't happened yet, so we'll see if they say anything. And then Kyle Anderson played the rest of the game just fine. But it's definitely not a good sign for you as a team when your star player. I'll talk about the Rudy Gobert trade in a second from last summer because that's awful. But when one of your star players is punching his teammates, and it wasn't like a playful. I'm not like making a big deal out of nothing. He punched him, not in the face, but he definitely punched him, and it connected too. Um, it's definitely not a good sign when you're in a must-win game for not a must-win, but a game you really, really want to win, game for playoff seeding, and your star player's punching his teammates. It's not exactly a sign of a locker room that's unified. Um, if I had to bet money on it, I would say that if the locker room's unified at all, it's going to be unified against Rudy Gobert. And they sent him home today. Before the game, he didn't stay in the locker room. He just went straight home, it sounds like. And I guess the Timberwolves have to make that decision if him being what he is on the floor, if his ability is worth keeping him um, with the team for the rest of whatever their playoff run looks like. They've got the Lakers on probably Tuesday, and that's a big, big game um, for the play-in. If you want to survive, if they win, they're going to end up playing the Grizzlies. If you lose, you've got the winner of the Pelicans and the Thunder to take on for a chance to get in a 7-game series against the Nuggets. And this is a guy you spent 5 first-round picks on. You're locked into this dude for the next decade. So if you really like his value to this team, what they paid for him was ridiculous. You probably could have got Kevin Durant if you just waited for the market to break, which it inevitably did because prices got so ridiculous. And then before the trade deadline, people started lowering them down. But 5 first-round picks for Gobert is ridiculous. I don't know if their GM got fired or not. He deserved to, though, because that's by far one of the worst trades in NBA history. And it is clearly so. And it's not even been a full 12 months yet. Um, but Timberwolves, they got the win today. Got themselves in a better position against the Pelicans. Also, with this game in punching, I think it's McDaniels for them. He punched something. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a wall or something. Jaden McDaniels punched something on the way back to the locker room, and he broke his hand. And he is a big, big defensive player for them. Um, Massive asset on that end of the floor, and he's a solid offensive dude too. Um, so if you're going to be down Rudy, and he fractured his right hand, I believe. So if you're going to be down Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert, pretty much two of your bigs ish, kind of. Jaden McDaniels really is listed as a small forward. He kind of plays more of a power forward role. Just a wing, really good wing. You're down McDaniels and Gobert. The starting lineup's probably going to look something like Conley, Edwards, Anderson, Prince, and Towns, which I would work. But then you look at their bench depth with that, and it's just Walker and McLaughlin. There's not a fourth big. Naz Reid's been really really good this season. Put up some really good performances against teams like the Warriors. And honestly, if I'm the Timberwolves, if I could, I would trade Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. That's not an option, but and try and move forward with Naz Reid because he's really shown some potential. But there's not um, really an option, which goes back to the Rudy Gobert thing and seeing if you can try and get him back into this team, which is going to be hard to do. Um, the other games today, the Warriors blew the hell out of the Trailblazers 157-101. The Warriors had, I think, 55 points in the first quarter, which is kind of ridiculous. 26 from Stephen Curry. I didn't watch it, but crazy game. Kevin Knox is a guy for the Blazers who's been looking sharp recently. I think he might end up getting himself a career staying around the league. I think he was just kind of with the Knicks a little too early on. He's athletic. He's a good defensive playmaker and shoots a couple threes. Definitely an NBA caliber player, but Knicks just weren't the right time for him. Another game, Clippers Suns. Clippers end up winning this. They're going to be the 5 seed taking on the team they played today in the Suns. Kind of same thing happened with Brooklyn and the Nets, or not? Yeah, the Nets and the Sixers. Um, this game, Clippers kind of struggled, pulled away at the end, which is good, and just got the win. But you would expect a better performance against a group of guys that's not the Suns' best players. You're playing against Ish Wainwright, Josh Okogie, Jock Landale, Saban Lee, and Landry Shamet. You would expect the Clippers to win comfortably, which isn't really always the case in this league. Anyone can play on any given night. It's full of the best basketball players in the world. But that's going to be a fun series. I would probably go with the Suns because I feel like even though they've only played 8 games together, that team, I just don't think the Clippers, especially without Paul George, are going to have an answer for that. But I'll have some series previews coming up. And then the other important game, the Lakers and the Jazz. Lakers end up winning. Um, kind of the same thing with the Clippers here, where they're just playing against nobodies. We've got Kelly Olynyk, Lucas Samaric, Chris Dunn, Ochai Agbaje. I don't remember how to say that guy's name. Went to Kansas last year, wing, really good player. He's going to be a solid dude in the league for a while. But LeBron put up 36. They kind of struggled in this game at the time. Would have been kind of funny if we could say that LeBron lost to Kelly Olynyk, and now he's got to go to the play. He's got to go to the play either way. But Lakers Timberwolves will be a fun one. Probably gonna have to go with the Lakers in that one. That'll be on Tuesday after Hawks Heat, I'd imagine. I don't know for sure. Hawks Heat will also be a good one. Knicks Cavs and Warriors Kings are the other playoff series we haven't talked about yet, so we'll get previews for those. Knicks Cavs is going to be very interesting. Cavs match up very well. Knicks really don't. Knicks play a lot of isolation. Cavs line up very well to stop that. And then the Kings are looking really good. And the Warriors have not looked so good. I mean, they've managed to get the 6th seed, but they really have not looked very good at points this season. Bulls Raptors will be fun. I don't even know if I'll watch that game, but it'll be fun. The Bulls have looked really good. They've been a pretty solid defense over the past couple months. And the Raptors, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, there's a lot of talent on that team. It's hard to turn away from. And then the last playing game will be Thunder's Pelicans. Another game with a lot of talent. You got Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. Got like Herb Jones having a great season. Jonas Valanciunas has been great for the Pelicans, going up against a team full of 6-7 dudes who can handle the ball. In Jaden Williams, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Josh Giddey. So that'll be one to look forward to. These playing games are pretty interesting. They kind of always are. The Lakers are kind of screwed though. Lakers Grizzlies would suck for the Grizzlies, but if the Lakers get the Nuggets, I don't see them winning that series. They could lose in 4. I don't think the Lakers have a chance against the Nuggets. I think they can beat the Grizzlies. The Nuggets, they've got no shot, so they really, really need to win that game against the Timberwolves, and then Hawks Heat. Winner that's going to go play the 2 seed, which is the Celtics. So I think the Heat probably have a better shot than the Hawks, but I think they're screwed either way. And then I don't really think any of those teams have a shot against the Bucks. Although I mean the Heat or the Hawks kind of made something happen a little bit in the conference finals a few years ago, but I just don't see it happening again. Anyways, I'm rambling on. Leave a like and subscribe. Timberwolves won today. They look good. They've been okay over their last 10, but they locker room looks like it's in a bad spot right now. So leave a like and subscribe, comment, and so I'll respond to it. You can follow me on Twitter at MudBloodCow, and peace. See you guys later.